Do you know what's harder than running a marathon? Not scrolling TikTok for half an hour. That's what discipline really is. But instead of forcing it, you can train it. And today, I'll give you a method so powerful it makes discipline feel like drinking tea while your brain bench presses for you. We all know motivation is overrated, right? Motivation is that friend who hypes you up to go to the gym, then mysteriously disappears when it's leg day. Discipline, on the other hand, that's the friend who shows up at 6 in the morning, already warmed up, and drags your sorry butt out of bed. This system, often referred to as the Lotus Method, is how you train that friend inside your brain. It's built on the symbol of the lotus flower, a plant that grows in the dirtiest, muddiest waters, but still blooms pure, clean, and untouchable. The English translation? Basically, no matter how messy your environment is, no matter how many distractions are screaming for your attention, you'll rise above it like the lotus. Calm, disciplined, and unbothered. Makes sense? But hold on. I'm not just handing you a self-control smoothie and wishing you luck. We're going step by step. Root, stem, bloom, and thrive. 4 stages that will hardwire your brain for maximum discipline. And here's the question that should already be bouncing around your brain. Okay, but how do I actually do this? How do I stop falling off track every time my brain decides Netflix is more fun than progress? Keep watching, because I'm about to break down each stage of the Lotus Method in a way that makes it impossible to forget and ridiculously easy to use. Think of it like this. Every lotus needs roots, and your discipline does too. Step 1. Find your why. If your reason for wanting discipline is, I guess I should, congratulations, you've already lost. You need a spicy why. A reason so good it slaps you awake when your alarm clock can't. Want to be shredded? Cool. Want to live long enough to chase your grandkids around? Now we're talking. Here's a quick hack for that. Ask yourself the 5 whys. Start with your goal. Say you want to wake up early. Why? To get more done. Why? Because you want to grow your side hustle. Why? Because you want financial freedom. Why? Because you want to take care of your family. You guessed it. Why? Because you never want them to struggle like you did. See how that snowballs from wake up early into be the hero of my family's story? That's the kind of why that actually sticks. Step 2. Hack your environment. Discipline isn't about being stronger than temptation. It's about not inviting temptation to live in your house. You don't keep a grizzly bear in your living room and then try really hard not to pet it. So delete the app, hide the snacks, put your phone in another room. Make it easier to do the right thing than the wrong one. Most people are relying on willpower like it's some infinite energy source, but studies show willpower runs out faster than your phone battery on 1%. That's why your environment matters more than your grind set. Build a frictionless path to the habits you want and a brick wall against the ones you don't. Step 3. Start stupidly small. Forget about transforming your entire life overnight. That's how you burn out and crawl back to your bad habits crying. Instead, go microscopic. 1 push-up, 5 minutes of reading, 5 minutes earlier wake up. You're not building a castle, you're laying the bricks. And the magic. Small wins build up. Do 1 push-up today, you'll probably do 2 tomorrow. Read 5 minutes, suddenly you're finishing chapters. Neuroscience calls this success momentum. I call it tricking your lazy brain into becoming your disciplined brain's sidekick. This is where you stop being a hostage to your impulses. Weapon number 1, the 5-second rule. Not the pick up your sandwich off the floor before the germs win rule. I'm talking Mel Robbins version. Count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then move. Weapon number 2, delayed gratification. Instant gratification is your brain's version of junk food. Cheap, easy, and makes you feel gross after. Training discipline is about choosing steak over Skittles. Delay the pleasure. Wait 10 minutes before you eat that cookie. Wait 30 minutes before you check your phone. Every time you delay, you're doing bicep curls for your willpower. Think of this stage like building armor. Life will throw mud at you, emails, cravings, and drama, but the stem keeps the lotus upright. Here's something crazy. Researchers ran the famous marshmallow test on kids. Those who resisted eating 1 marshmallow immediately and waited for 2 had better life outcomes decades later. Higher income, better health, stronger relationships. Why? Because delayed gratification is basically the cheat code for life. Every time you resist the marshmallow, whether it's Netflix, junk food, or your phone, you're not just building discipline, you're shaping your future. Now this is where discipline turns up 100%. You've got control. Now you need focus. Monk level focus that lets you crank out 2 hours of work that would normally take you 2 days. This is what we call time blocking. Pick a time, lock it in, 0 distractions, and phone off. It's just you, your brain, and the task. Think of it like putting your brain in a soundproof booth. Work in sprints. Think 50 minutes on, 10 minutes off. Discipline doesn't mean you work like a robot. It means you work like a human who knows how to avoid burnout. When the lotus blooms, it's stunning. When you bloom into deep focus, your productivity scares people. And here's a pro move. Pair your time blocking with focus triggers. Light a candle, put on the same playlist, or always sit in the same spot. Your brain starts linking that cue with deep work mode. That's how you flip focus from a struggle into a habit. Now comes the real test, making discipline permanent. Tool number 1. Track your progress. Write it down every day. Wins, failures, whatever. Because what gets measured gets improved. Even if you fall off, you catch yourself quicker. Tool number 2. Identity shift. Stop saying, I want to be disciplined. Start saying, I am a disciplined person. Small difference in words, massive difference in results. When your identity shifts, your actions chase after it like lost puppies. This is how discipline stops being a daily battle and starts being your default mode. Once you see yourself as disciplined, your brain starts fighting to protect that identity. Skip the gym, you'll feel out of character. Procrastinate for hours, you'll feel like you're betraying yourself. That identity becomes your safety net, pulling you back on track when motivation fails. So here's your challenge. Pick one habit. Apply root, stem, bloom, and thrive for the next 7 days. Watch how much stronger you feel when discipline stops being a fight and starts being your identity. Remember, discipline is just the entry ticket. Once you master it, the question becomes, okay, now that I have unstoppable discipline, what impossible thing should I conquer next? That's where we're heading, because the Lotus Method isn't just about discipline. It's about building a life where impossible goals look like Tuesday afternoon chores. And how cool would that be?